What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a WCW star inducting Rey Mysterio, concerning Biggie news, 2 WWE stars go off script, incredibly tragic news for Arn Anderson, Braun's Kip-Up fail, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. But now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at who is inducting Rey Mysterio into the Hall of Fame. Our top story today reveals who exactly is inducting Rey Mysterio into the Hall of Fame. This past Friday on Smackdown, WWE officially announced that Mysterio will be inducted into this year's Hall of Fame class. This was one of the most deserving Hall of Fame inductions of all time, as Mysterio's contributions to pro wrestling are endless, and he is without question one of the most iconic wrestlers to ever grace a wrestling ring. Since the announcement on Friday, fans have been speculating in relation to which individual is going to be given the honor of inducting such a beloved figure. It turns out that former WCW star Conan will be the one to induct the former WWE champion into the Hall of Fame, and this request came directly from Mysterio himself. The LA Times publication were the first to report the news, but this was later confirmed in a tweet by Dave Meltzer, which read, "Conan will be inducting Rey into the Hall of Fame. Rey asked for him and the company approved it. As noted last night, to me it was the only choice." Mysterio's induction goes down on Friday of WrestleMania 39 weekend, and whilst WWE have no doubt waited a considerable amount of time to announce inductees, there are rumors that more inductees will be announced next week. Next up, Hogan makes a WWE Hall of Fame request. Speaking of this year's Hall of Fame, shortly after Rey Mysterio's Hall of Fame announcement, Hulk Hogan decided to upload a YouTube video in which he congratulated Mysterio before proceeding to push for the Rougeau brothers to be the next inductees. Hogan stated, "You know, maniacs, I was watching the WWE the other night and I was really curious who the first inductee to the 2023 Hall of Fame was. Oh my gosh, it's Rey Mysterio. No one is more deserving. A champion, a great man, a great father, and a great husband. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. For years and years and years he carried the torch. But then I thought, who could be next? Who could be just as deserving? My first thought was one of the greatest tag teams of all time, the Rougeau brothers. Jacques Rougeau and his brother Raymond Rougeau. Those two guys need to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm voting for them. Hopefully they'll be the next inductees in the Hall of Fame." Man, I just think it might happen. I got a really good feeling about that one, brother. That is no news in relation to whether or not WWE are planning on inducting the former WWE Tag Champs, but as always we will keep you posted on any news relating to the Hall of Fame. Next up, unfortunate John Cena news. Now, several days ago it was reported that John Cena had finished filming on his latest movie and was available to make several appearances on the road to WrestleMania 39. This delighted fans, as Cena is a part-time talent and rarely makes appearances, so the thought of Cena being around for the rest of WrestleMania season was an exciting one. Sadly, it looks like Cena isn't going to be around as much as fans initially thought, as according to Meltzer, Cena is now starting to film yet another movie. During the Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer added, "That movie was done on the 4th, that movie was done last week, but he's got another movie he's starting up on, so his time is still limited. It's not like he's going to be on TV every Monday or Friday or anything. When he's free, he'll be there." Cena is set to face Austin Theory for the US title at WrestleMania in 3 weeks, and Cena not being around will put a ton of pressure on Theory to make the WrestleMania storyline work. That's worth noting that Cena and Theory did film a secret segment last year, and this is yet to air, so WWE have content between the two rivals that they could potentially show fans. Next up, tragic news for Arn Anderson. We have some unfortunate news to share when it comes to Arn Anderson. Anderson took to Twitter to announce the passing of his son. "Last night my family suffered a loss that should never be felt by any parent. Our oldest son Barrett passed away. I'm struggling to write this. Tell those you love that you love them. Barrett was just 37. We at WrestleLamia offer our condolences to Anderson and his family during this incredibly hard time." Next up, Braun Strowman's Kip-Up fail. Our video of Braun Strowman is going viral. In the clip from yesterday's WWE house show, Strowman attempts a Kip-Up in the style of Shawn Michaels, but he dramatically fails and laughs it off. The clip needs to be seen to be believed. It's truly hilarious. Next up, a popular stable set for a major WrestleMania match. A new report from Fightful Select indicates that Legado del Fantasma could be set for a match at WrestleMania 39. The report states, "We haven't been informed as to the specifics, but we have been told there are plans for Legado del Fantasma WrestleMania weekend." The WrestleMania card is currently stacked, and it's unclear where exactly the stable could fit on the card. There are just a few weeks of TV left, so WWE have to act fast if the stable is going to play a major part in the biggest show of the year. Next up, AEW to launch a new show. As big news for AEW is it looks like Tony Khan is planning to announce a third in-ring TV show. A report from Andrew Zarian states that Warner Bros. Discovery is giving AEW a third weekly TV show. This means that AEW will now have Dynamite, Rampage, and a third unnamed show. They also have their digital shows such as Dark and Elevation. Zarian teases that the time slot will be on Saturday at 6:05 PM, which is significant because this is the time slot that WCW had on TBS for their popular WCW Saturday Night broadcast. Now, there's no confirmed news in relation to the name of the third AEW TV show, but AEW did file for the trademark AEW Collision in February, so that could potentially be linked to the new show. This new show should be welcomed by fans as there are a substantial number of talents in AEW that are without direction, and hopefully this new show will lead to more talent being utilized in the best manner possible. Do you think AEW adding a third TV show is the right move? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Cody Rhodes watched AEW Revolution 2023 illegally. A 2023 Royal Rumble winner Cody Rhodes recently spoke with Good Karma Wrestling, and during the interview he mentioned that he watched AEW's 2023 Revolution pay-per-view but watched it via a pirated stream. Rhodes stated, "I actually only saw some highlights from Ricky. I had a pirated feed, which I probably should have just figured out how to get the right feed. I'm not going to tell you who sent me that. Well, listen, one of the benefits of working for WWE is like, oh, it's on Peacock. You go on Peacock, it's right there. Anywhere else I've wrestled, whether it's New Japan, anywhere else, these interfaces are a disaster. They're a disaster, guys. I love every, Fight TV, alright. I like Fight TV, that one, at least they got some of them, but come on. Clearly you're tuning in a streaming fashion today." Next up, concerning Biggie news. Yesterday marked 1 year since Biggie broke his neck during a match on Smackdown. Whilst it does seem likely that the former WWE champion will return to the squared circle, a recent interview with TMZ has made fans question if Biggie is ever going to return. During the interview, Biggie stated, "I feel great. I don't have any nerve issues, I don't have any weakness, I don't have any atrophy, and I got real lucky because I could have really been a lot worse. I think I'll be at peace with whatever happens. Whether I can wrestle again, I'll be at peace with that. If I can't wrestle again, so be it." Hopefully he'll still be able to make a full recovery and we'll eventually see the talented star back in the WWE ring. Next up, 2 stars go off script during Smackdown. It's been reported that both Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley went off script during Friday's edition of Smackdown. Both Flair and Ripley had a promo exchange on the show, but according to Fightful Select, both women went off script during the exchange. We're told that Charlotte Rhea Ripley promo deviated a little bit off the original plan, but weren't told how. The exchange did kind of feel awkward, and it was clear that something was off with the dialogue the two women were delivering. The build towards their WrestleMania match has received criticism, and it's missed the fire needed for a major WrestleMania showdown. And finally, WWE ignoring the brand split? Our final story today takes a look at some news in relation to the brand split. During this WrestleMania season, the brand split has virtually been non-existent, and this isn't a good sign for those who are fans of keeping the two brands distinct. According to Fightful Select, WWE are relaxing the rules of the brand split for the road to WrestleMania. We're told to expect a good number of Raw talent to be present at the upcoming Smackdown shows leading into WrestleMania. It'll be interesting to see if the brand split is once again reinforced following WrestleMania, or Triple H will opt to slowly fizzle out the modern brand split. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.